I am so sorry it took so long for me to make my viewer comment video for this week. I kind of got burnt out and I started answering everybody's comments, and I just found like it was so hard to get to everybody, plus work my full-time job, plus work on my site, plus I am in a constant state of learning thanks to YouTube. So I just want you guys to know that I am working hard to keep up on everything. It can just be very, very challenging when you have a full-time job on top of it. Literally, I have 2 full-time jobs and it gets exhausting. Anyhow, so I noticed through some of your comments that everybody is experiencing a lot of metamorphosis and change with the energies that have been going on lately. I'm getting a lot of people that are misunderstanding my forecast for March. So I just want to talk to you about the way that I look at astrology is a guide. I realize that we have free will to make any decision that we want. I also realize that every single person is more than just their sun. So when you guys are looking at my forecast, you're just seeing the interpretation of your sun. You have a moon, you have a Venus, you have Saturn. I mean, you have all the planets up there doing their thing. You also are ascending at the same time. When I try to advise you guys on the conflicting energy up there, it's to let you know that when you wake up and the energy is really kind of chaotic and you just feel like it's not going your way, you're upset, you have a lot of anxiety, you're really, really stressed, you're feeling the energy in the universe bombarding you with some questions. And whether or not you want to pay attention to that, that's completely up to you. Whether or not you even believe wholeheartedly in this stuff is up to you. I literally had a comment that says that I'm trying to brainwash people. I'm not either. You can actually just click the little X up there and turn me off anytime you don't like what I have to say. I don't care. I know what has worked for me, and that's all I'm trying to do is guide you to let you know, hey, this stuff worked for me. I found it to be helpful. It was a guide for me. And so I think that if you guys can look at it the way that I do, you can understand that we have bigger forces up there trying to take care of us. And that it's really important that you pay attention to what the guides are trying to say. Now, whether or not you think it's God, whether or not you think it's spirit, whether or not you think it's the universe, whether you believe in any of this or not, I'm not here to push you into anything. My goal is to give people tools that help them figure out why their life just suddenly tanked and they have no idea. Maybe Saturn came into their life and said, it's time for a karmic lesson. Maybe they got just, a weird health problem that just came out of the blue. Maybe Uranus was in there somewhere. You're influenced by these wonderful magnetic energies up there that really manifest change in our life. And so I really just want to be a guide to all of that. And I enjoy doing it. And how this came to be for me is that I just noticed that when the moon was full, I was extra moody because I've got a Cancer in me. It was actually just basically that simple. Somebody had said something to me about a moon being full in astrology, and it just resonated with me, and I started paying attention, and I'm like, oh my gosh, every time I do get moody, the moon is actually full. And I kind of thought it was funny, and people started naming my other personality Annabelle, because I literally got moody and I didn't know why. Well, the moon was full, or it was in a phase that really affected me. And this is very important to know, because now when the moon is going to be full, I am going through a full moon phase. Stay clear. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm just trying to warn you. It's been very helpful for my family, for my friends, for me, for my sanity, for my stress, to know that it's a temporary influence and then it goes away. And that's exciting. That's transforming. Okay, so another comment that I'm getting is about my appearance. The way that I look at that is don't look if you don't like it. Like, I've got Leo and I've got an Aries moon, and so I'm pretty stinking secure in the way that I look. And so I do have to look very conservative for every job I've ever been in. I've been in the healthcare, so not looking like a woman is probably ideal. I get along better with other women when I don't show myself, when I don't put on makeup, if I just keep my hair in a bun, no makeup, and actually don't dress to accentuate the fact that, hello, I'm a 2. I'm a size 2 with a double D boob. I'm okay with that. People aren't. And so when I made my channel, I decided to be me. I decided that I get to express myself. I get to look like me. I get to act like me. I get to talk about astrology. I don't have to worry about religious people getting mad at me because my whole family is very, very religious, and I really am tender with other people's beliefs because I have such high respect for disciplined religions. I have high respect for other people's faith, and I like that people express themselves in any way. I'm insanely open-minded. People are not. When you go outside their comfort zones, you will seek their criticism. I'm okay with that. I do want to emphasize that even though I'm okay with it, and even though I'm putting myself out into the social networking world, you don't get to be distasteful with me. So I'm going to delete your comment if it's distasteful, because I look the way I look and I'm okay with it. I do like criticism from you. I appreciate a different point of view. I've had some wonderful criticism that I am really going to use to manifest me on my channel. Criticism is beautiful. Criticism is the best thing that you can get from people in your peers, as long as it's constructive criticism. When it becomes damning and distasteful, that's an insecurity on their part, and you can just go ahead and disregard any of their insecurities. Don't take criticism if it is an insecurity of theirs. I love diversity and I love different people, and the biggest reason I got into astrology is I wanted to learn about what makes people tick. Why are people different? Why do they look the way they do? Why do they act the way they do? Why are some people conservative and some people are not conservative? Astrology explains a lot of that to me, so I no longer take things seriously or no longer let them get to me as deep as I used to. Now, having a Cancer in my sun, it's at 28, almost 29 degrees, I am a lot Cancer. And so I take things deeply. People can hurt me deeply. My moods really rule me. And so I needed to learn how to harness that in a really positive way. And the best way of that was just some deep soul searching and understanding my wiring. I want you to understand your wiring. You have, I think you have like a personal army in you. I kind of like to put it like this. This personal army comes to place when there are different areas of your life that it needs to be activated. Let's say your sun isn't shining, and so you need some protection. Something is preventing your sun to shine. Your emotional aspect will come out, and it will activate your moon. Well, your moon is your own personal army, and mine's in Aries. So mine is the warrior. Mine, when somebody hurts my feelings, my little Cancer sweet feelings, my army the Aries moon gets activated and it wants to go to war. It wants to kick some butt and take some names. I mean, it's a fierce moon. It's impulsive. It can be very destructive if it's throwing its little tantrum. I mean, it can be a lot to handle. An Aries moon is very fun. It's very energetic. It's very childlike, so it's got a lot of animation to it. I mean, it's an amazing moon to have, but it's also a very dangerous moon to have if you don't know how to harness that part of your moon. So with your moon, just your moon, you have advantages and disadvantages. You must understand your disadvantages to fully embrace your advantages. So when I'm describing you in some of my forecasts and I'm seeing that there's an area in your life that the universe is really focusing on, it seems like I'm picking on you. I'm not. I'm saying the universe is focusing on an area in you, on your weakness, that it wants to see you excel in. And then if you can take that weakness and you can really look at it and acknowledge that weakness and own that you have that in you, you can then learn to taper it down and harness it and understand that it's just part of the disadvantages of some of your wiring. That's all. It's not any big deal. It's nothing to get stressed about. It's nothing to leave nasty comments over. It's who you are. You're not an accident. Your wiring is your wiring. You were made that way for a reason. Nobody's perfect, and we all need work. We all do. Throughout our lives, all we do is manifest into something more. We mature, we ascend, we embrace life. We go through so many metamorphoses, and that's what it's all about. It's not about staying in one place and I'm perfect and I don't need to change anything about myself because I'm perfect just the way I am. Well, that's a very immature outlook on life, and I feel sorry for you if that's the way you feel, because life is about knowing how to look at yourself from an open perspective and really embrace what it's like to be you. I don't dislike any sign. I don't. I do have my favorites. I'm not gonna lie. But that's because those signs are what I'm influenced by is naturally compatible with. You have planets and influences within you that are naturally attracted to specific types of energy. That there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't dislike any sign. I will talk in other videos about the disadvantages and advantages of every sign. I'll talk about your moon. I'll talk about Venus. I really love to talk about Saturn because Saturn is the planet of karma. And so I love to know where Saturn is in everybody's chart because I want to know what your life lesson is, what your teacher's trying to teach you, what the mighty teacher is. And so I do like to look at that, and it may seem critical, but it's not. I want you to ascend and change and be happy. If you're spinning your wheels doing the same thing over and over again and living the same life and never ever, if you're never ever manifesting a different life for yourself, if you're never ever changing, what the heck is the point to be here? You think you're so perfect, why are you looking at astrology? I mean, you're wanting to understand yourself. You're wanting to open yourself up to something bigger. There are good and bad aspects to every sign. I completely enjoy making my channel. And I do it for free. I don't get paid to do this. It takes up a tremendous amount of my time. I do this out of love for you guys and out of love for astrology. And it is something I would love to manifest into a career, but if it didn't, this is such a rewarding life, just YouTubing. I'm okay with that. I really am. So for all the people who think that I'm selling sex because I look the way I do, I'm not selling anything. I'm not getting any money for what I'm doing. I'm doing it all for free. I don't take donations. I don't get anything. So I will eventually start doing readings when I'm ready for it to take up that kind of time. It's a lot of time to dedicate to doing a reading and for multiple people. And I do aspire to do that, but for now, I would like to compose a website, and I would like to compose my channel. I would like to get all the foundation for everything, and then I would love to start interacting on a personal level with all of you and doing readings personally for you and really getting to know you. But for now, it's a full-time job, just, I don't know, learning how to make a video. I do it all on my own. I literally do learn everything on my own. I want to do all the graphic designing on my own. I want to do all of my videos on my own. If I could take really cool photography of myself on my own, I would, because I really love the creative expression that I get from doing what I'm doing. I mean, I feel like I'm just painting a canvas every day I do these things. And it's such an energizing feeling. And then when you guys respond to me in such a positive way, I feel like somebody has just looked at my art and said, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. And there's no better compliment for an artist. And so I truly am passionate about doing this for you. And I really hope that it's benefiting some of you. And it seems like it is. And I care very much about your guys' well-being and that you guys are happy. And I really, truly, deeply appreciate all the people that have subscribed to my channel and all the people that are coming back and looking at my second forecast and on to my third. I can't even tell you what a deep compliment that is to me. And I completely appreciate you. So thank you for listening, and I look forward to talking to you soon.